When it comes to high school surfing, there's no better team than the San Clemente Tritons. Year in and year out, they rack up championships on both the state and national level. Today on Coach's Corner, we feature 3 top surfers from the Tritons. This is Coach's Corner. I'm Paul Higgins, and all the action starts right now. Hello everybody, I'm Paul Higgins and welcome to this edition of Coach's Corner on location once again in the city of Mission Viejo at the shops in Mission Viejo. A great show tonight, as you can tell. It is surfing right here in Southern California. More in particular, San Clemente High School, the reigning 4-time national champion. 3 outstanding surfers you're going to hear from tonight, plus their head coach who has been with the team for 9 years, and we welcome them right now. Connor Dowd is a surfer, and of course the coach is John Dow. And John, welcome to Coach's Corner. Yeah. And I know this is something new for you guys, but we've been hearing so much about the San Clemente surf team over the years. We finally had to catch up with you. 4-time national champion. How do you keep doing it over and over?
You know, it's the history of San Clemente. It just continues to produce those young kids that just keep backfilling the program. It's the different breaks around town that really kind of create an environment that is such that they're competitive and these kids want to win and they want to continue that tradition.
Yeah, I mean, there is so much going on in the world of surfing right now, but we'll kind of narrow it down. And Connor, you were telling me you're a sophomore, been surfing for 9 years. Your dad and your brother both surf, and I know you surf with Coach all the time. Yeah. And you and I were just talking about that your perfect size wave for you that you really enjoy is a 5-foot wave. Yeah. But you can surf big, you can surf smaller than that. What is it about surfing that draws you in and sucks you up, and if you could right now, you'd be surfing?
Just everything about it, just the water, the waves, like the sun, just being outside and just surfing, it's just fun.
How often do you get the opportunity to surf, and how do you kind of juggle that with your school and what you actually want to do in the future in this sport?
Well, I mainly focus on school, and whenever I have like free time, I can go surf, which I do most of the time. Yeah.
Coach, I know that this is probably a 7-day-a-week job sometimes for you. I mean, you teach health at San Clemente. You've been doing that for 9 years, full-time teacher. Obviously, you love surfing. How do you choose who gets on the team and who doesn't? Because probably some of the guys that don't could go over somewhere else and compete against you.
It's a highly, highly competitive tryout. We're running them right now, actually in the mornings. So there's a lot that goes into the tryout. There's a lot. I bring in ex-alumni, older people, professional surfers, and take all their opinions and all their kind of knowledge of what the kids are doing and take that all into account and create the team every year. These first couple weeks of September are some of the best, but some of the most difficult in my whole entire year, just because of that.
When is the surf season? I know the winter's time and the waves get a little bit bigger around Southern California, water a little colder, a little bit different environment, but when is the surf season for you?
Our surf season it starts in October and runs through the end of November. Our league season that we compete against Dana Hills, Laguna Beach, Capo Valley, all of those schools. And then we take the Christmas time off, and then we come back and state championships are in March, and then nationals are in June, and then summers are off. And the kids kind of do their own thing during the summer, and they're probably surfing more in the summer than they do in the school year, but it's a time off for them.
Connor, when you're out there in a competition, I know some surfers go out and surf and they never compete, and some of those surfers could be the greatest competitors if they had that mind to do that. As a surfer, and hopefully maybe you'll be a professional surfer, and congratulations on your sponsorship with Globe. I want to make sure we mention that. But you have to have a competitive frame of mind. Tell me about that in the water.
Well, yeah, free surfing is definitely way different than competitive surfing. You really have to be focused and like select the right waves and just know what you're doing while you're out in the water in the heat. And free surfing, you're just having fun and surfing with your friends.
What I'm amazed about in the sport of surfing is how when you don't think things can change technology-wise with a surfboard, it changes. And the boards are much lighter now. They're back to being super small. Your thoughts about the development of the surfboard, and can you give us any insight to what you ride?
I ride like a 5'9". It's a little bit shorter than me. I'm like 6'1", so a couple inches shorter. And yeah, like they used to be really long. I like how they shortened it up and definitely like flows better, and yeah.
Coach, it also amazes me the amount of tricks that can be done on a surfboard. It used to be you just surfed. Now you're doing tricks. It used to be maneuvers. Now you're out of the water. And where is it going? I mean, where can this propel to?
The aerial antics that these guys are pulling is above and beyond. I mean, I watched Connor yesterday just destroy a wave and do, I think, 2 air reverses on one wave, and you're sitting there going, oh my gosh, you're 16 years old and you're doing this. I just think the sky's the limit. These kids are pushing it, and every time you think that they're done, they're grabbing somewhere else, or they're going higher, or they're just doing it in a different part of the wave, in a more critical part. I think a lot of it has to do with they all went down to the Hurley Pro. They all watched those guys surf and really see what they're doing, and that goes a long way because they start to try and achieve that goal, and they see where they need to get to, and that's been a big benefit for our program, having a lot of our alumni come back, like Pat Godoskis and those kind of boys, helping to push our next level.
When you talk about the progression of surfing and you go down to the Hurley Pro or you go down to the US Open in Huntington Beach, which is a totally different wave than in San Clemente, but what is inspiring those guys at that level? You know, is it sport of skateboarding? What is it that's allowing those tricks to trickle down into the sport of surfing?
I think it's just like everyone just pushing each other, and them just the judging getting harder and harder every year, and they're just, I don't know.
Having to think outside the box a little bit. And those guys joke that they're being pushed by the younger kids. They're watching, like yesterday we surfed with Kalohe Andino, Nate Yeomans, Chris Ward, all those boys were out, and they're all going blow for blow. You know, like Connor's teaching them how to do something, and they're showing him how to do something, and that back and forth really is up the progression.
That's amazing. Before I let you go, what is your ultimate goal in surfing?
Definitely just to go as far as I can, see if I can come professional, make the WCT. That'd be awesome.
Well, I hope you do, because I could say that I had you on my show. So congratulations. Connor is a sophomore at San Clemente High School, part of that 4-time reigning national championship. They have won 5 NSSA national championships. 6 is state championships, and that's all under this young man's reign. So he's doing something right at San Clemente High School. We'll be back with more of surfing right here on Coach's Corner at the Shops in Mission Viejo.